Since Streamer University started and ended recently, there have been a lot of new streamers in close proximity to a lot of bigger streamers. When in the face of someone who's potentially more popular than you, or an opportunity to kind of help your career, a lot of people forget to think. A lot of people forget that the people you're interacting with are human beings that have their own motivations, lives, and problems, and deserve as much respect as you do, and deserve to be treated equally and fairly. A lot of people forget that. They see what trends, they see what they can make a clip of. It just tends to be upfront disrespect and carelessness that makes for a good clip nowadays. So they take that and they just disrespect the people around them. Big or I mentioned big creators, but small creators too, right? They're just people who know that disrespect is entertaining, and therefore they disrespect anybody and everybody, right? The Mighty BA, that guy, a bunch of people didn't like him for what he was doing. He didn't like the hate that he was getting, and he kind of felt bad about it. I don't want to call it a redemption arc. I don't know if he's done anything about it, but at least he kind of said, yeah, I fucked up, I was doing dumb shit. Right? And everybody else that was fucking doing a bunch of nonsense for the potential of people liking them, all of them aren't willing to take fucking accountability for their actions. There's this chick who was complaining, people were hate farming her after she fucking pulled on this nigga's leg. He has a fucking torn ACL.
Listen, get out, get out.
The fuck is my life?
I need it. Get out. Get the fuck out.
Ow, 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 ow. Stop. Ow, fuck.
Yeah, really.
The guy in a wheelchair, he's on the floor now, you pull his leg, he's going ow. It's like, I mean, content. It's content. Think about it for 1 second, what you're doing, right? Just imagine you're in the situation. You blacked out for a moment. You find yourself pulling on somebody who was in a wheelchair's leg, and they start saying ow. They start crying out in pain. You continue. Most people with the brain stop immediately, right? You realize what you're doing. I'm just fucking around. And not a word is said. It's fucking crazy.
You okay, Lacey?
Deadass got some ice, but that shit
There's a scene of her going back, talking about how he hate farmed her, which is just like at what point does the new terminology become outdated? What does that mean in this context? He hate farmed you? You pulled on his leg. He has a fucking torn ACL. He didn't hate farm you. That didn't happen. I don't want to say you're getting the hate that you deserve. If people are mad at you, at least there's a justifiable reason to be upset at you. I don't understand the mentality of the people who will go to her channel and fucking tell her to off herself in comment sections or in a fucking Twitch chat. I don't get that mentality, right? She needs any form of interaction to continue doing Twitch and YouTube or whatever the fuck she does. She needs any form of interaction to continue doing it as a job, right? That's necessary. You being there is only making it more possible for her to continue this as a career. And I'm not saying that you should be considering ending somebody's career, but if you don't fuck with someone because of something that they did, you don't have to watch them. I'm not saying you have the responsibility of not watching somebody or X, Y, and Z. Like you don't interact with these people, and that makes it more difficult for them to continue doing the thing that you don't like them doing. If somebody's a fucked up creator, if somebody's a piece of shit, and you don't interact with them, nobody interacts with them, they're off of the platform. Is that entirely possible? No, but hey, you not being there is losing them money, and them losing money means they're more likely to have to go and get a fucking job. That's just the case. Interacting with these people and fucking sending hate their way is only making it easier for them to continue what they're doing. If you dislike them, you are actively wasting your time. That is I feel like that's just objectively true. Just because it's the internet does not mean you have to fucking interact with everything that happens on it. Like, I see this shit and I have my opinions on it, but why the fuck would I say that to the people that are part of the situation when I am just watching it happen? It's a whole separate thing if I'm talking about it by myself or separately. That's fair in my opinion, and I feel like I'm allowed to do that. And I think it has caused the issue now where people are more likely now to apologize just because people are on their ass about it, not because they're genuinely sorry for what they did. I feel like that is just objectively true, because there's no other reason for you to apologize except for the fact that you are genuinely sorry for what you've done. But now, because people are on their ass and they're saying you're going to lose sponsors and I hate you and whatever the fuck, and people are unfollowing you and people are threatening you, now I have a different motivation to apologize for something I might not be sorry for. You notice that because she initially left, she said sorry when she initially left, and now she's come back because people were sending hate her way. It goes to show that the people sending hate her way might have been more of a motivator or a quicker motivator than the potential realization that she would have had when she realized that she did just genuinely do something fucked up.
Like, you keep talking about me, I might as well come back. What? I mean, you keep talking about me, like, why are you trying to hate farm me? That's so crazy. Yes, I'm sorry.
That's annoying. First of all, how would that help him in any way, shape, or form? There would be no point in doing that. Why are you trying to hate for me? Why would he? Second of all, you fucking pulled on his injured leg when he was out of his wheelchair. Common sense would tell you that that's not a good idea, and common sense would tell you that's not a thing that you should do. Come the fuck on, just apologize and say, oh yeah, no, I shouldn't have done it. I wasn't thinking so. I'm sorry. Just fucking say that to him. Not even on camera. There's no, this seems like people wouldn't be in this situation. Most people wouldn't pull on an injured person's leg, and most people wouldn't pull on his leg for that long or whatever the fuck. Most people would it would clock to them relatively quickly what they were doing and why it was wrong for multiple reasons. But one of them is just like pure unrivaled common sense. As far as she's concerned, she seems to think that the irritation people have about it seems to be unjustified. And I don't know where that comes from. It's an odd way of thinking about a situation like this when it's plain to see why it's an issue. It seems like she might have the mentality of, oh, get over it, it's content. But like that, his leg is actually injured. That's not a joke.
I mean, you keep talking about me like, why are you trying to hate for me? That's so crazy. Yes, I'm
fucking hell, that's so crazy. Is it as crazy as you pulling on an injured person's leg? What is crazier? You have to ask yourself that question. What is crazier? Just think about it for a second. You're thinking about yourself too much in this situation. This isn't about you, it's about your actions, right? And if those actions aren't common for you, then they're separate from you as an individual. You should just be able to apologize for something like this and know that it does not define who you are.
sorry. I did not mean to pull you off of this. I was trying to pull your shoe off.
He seemed to be fine with the nigga taking him out of the wheelchair. He just, I don't know. For better, that's not some shit I didn't like. I think that's still, I'm not seeing a clip like that and thinking, oh yeah, the person who pulled him out of the wheelchair, I have to watch that nigga's videos. That's why would I watch that shit? Maybe I'm just not the demographic for it. It's probably for like a younger audience. That's not what I cared about. If that nigga, it's for content, that nigga let him pull him out of the wheelchair, that's fine. Her pulling on his leg is a different thing, right? That wasn't for content. That you just kind of hurt him, no? I don't know why she's so weird about it. You apologize the first time, you're upset that they're talking about it and it's not just instantly brushed away. If his leg got re-injured, what were you gonna do about it? Like, you can't just fucking have this mentality like, I said sorry, it's over. What you did could have lasting consequences that would not have been easily solved with an apology.
I mean to pull my leg when I'm screaming, stop, it hurts. Keep in mind, it's a guy in a wheelchair.
And what was your intent when you walked over?
Keep in mind, it's a guy in the wheelchair. Like, it's not, this is not normal. This is not a normal situation. It has to be some form of like content brain, or you were too in the moment. You like, something had to bring you back down to earth. You were too far away. Once you're grounded, you have to think about this like, oh fuck, oh shit, I fucked up, right? You have to think about it. There's no way. Like, what were you thinking about? Where were you when you were doing it? It's lost on me. I don't understand this mentality of like, oh yeah, no, I'm sorry, it was a mistake. Slam her. That's crazy though. Also, he can't use in a wheelchair. That's crazy though. I don't understand this. I don't want to call it like I don't think it's a form of entitlement. I think it's naivety. And I don't understand how you as a grown-ass adult can be this naive about a situation.
Not a big enough indicator of a leg injury for you to pull someone's leg?
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
It's obviously not, because you're sending your community to
I didn't send it.
This isn't even relevant to the fucking leg thing. I have an issue with the way she responded to that question. The fact that him screaming ow 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 is not a big enough indicator, and she responds with, obviously it's not, because you're sending your community to hate on it. That's not an answer to the question that he asked. That annoys me. You just said words in a response. You know the format in which you're supposed to respond to this question, but the response itself was not an actual response to the question. What the fuck did you just say? Me being in a wheelchair is not an indicator that you're not supposed to fucking pull on my leg. I'm screaming and her response is obviously not, because you send your community to hate on me. Those are two separate thoughts. You didn't respond. Like, it's nitpicky, but that's annoying. That's a separate thing though. That's not relevant. But I just find that shit annoying. Why you didn't respond to the question? Because you can't even take what she said in response and apply it to the question, because that's a valid question. The fact that he's in a wheelchair is a good identifier for the fact that any one of his legs is injured. Even if you don't know which leg is injured, do you know what that means? You don't touch either of them. Use your fucking brain. If this is in any other context, if this is not on a fucking content university campus, you would not have this problem, because you'd know what is okay and what's not. What changed? You're empowered to do things that people do not fuck with. I just assume that's not what's actually happening with the other streamers and whatever the fuck they're doing. They're fine with the fake wars and the fucking pouring water on each other and whatever the fuck. To them, that's just content, and it's not a thing that they have a huge issue with it. In a similar fashion to, you can't just walk up and slap someone who's also a streamer and just say, oh yeah, brother, it's content. Are you fucking stupid?
Pull your shoe off.
Yeah, but keep in mind, it's a guy in a wheelchair.
And what was
anybody?
But if you sit here and you continue to talk about it, it's gonna make me look bad, you know? Like, I
It's gonna make me look bad. What's gonna make you look bad? The fact that you pulled on a guy in a week. What goes on in your head? You're thinking about yourself too much. It's gonna make me look bad. Do you know what's gonna make you look bad? Pulling on the leg of a nigga who is in a wheelchair.
I made myself look bad. You're right, but I'm apologizing
Okay, well, I mean, well then never mind. I guess. Never mind. That's my fault.
now, and I'm taking accountability.
That's fine.
But it's
The
like
magic words. I'm taking accountability. That doesn't mean anything nowadays. Holy shit.
when you continue to
I'm taking accountability, but why are you hate farming me? Like, I guess, bro.
sit here and talk about it, it's gonna, of course, drag it on. You know?
I'm so sorry that I'm dragging it on.
That's crazy. Come on.
So sorry.
You're not though.
No, I'm so sorry because dragging
But
it on
that's
so
why I
bad.
came back-
Not the pain that my knees in. So sorry that I'm dragging it for you. Oh,
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
just like
Oh my god, not the tears. Not the reverse satisfying. Oh my
who's crying? I'm not crying.
No, I'm crying.
I'm just thinking about how disrespectful you were to me when you talked to me.
Do you think your career is just instantly over? It's fucked up what you did. You can recover from it though. There are people who have done way worse and they're still on the platform that you stream on. You apologize. You make the apology sincere. It has to be to the point where you would have apologized regardless of the fucking outrage. And you move the fuck on. I won't remember this in 2 days. People are less likely to forget about it and just like interact with you again if people know that you're this fucking conceited. How can I make myself the victim in this scenario?
talking about? I haven't talked to
Here
you.
comes the old.
You did though.
No one said your name, bro.
I never said he said my name. I said he came up to me.
What are you talking
The
about?
gaslighting and the manipulation is crazy though.
Hold on, the gaslighting, the manipulation is crazy. That's what you're doing. How did you become the victim?
Yell is torn and you're pulling on his leg. You're whack as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
I already
Walked up to him,
here's
hit
the
him, just
thing.
smacked him left.
Come on, at a certain point, you have to admit that you are an issue.
I already apologized.
Why were you smacking me in the
It
face
seems
with
like
your
you
phone?
care more about what people think of you.
That's
than
exactly what it is.
you
Because not
did.
once have you mentioned, oh, is your leg okay? You haven't asked if my leg goes okay once. All you care about is
Like
what
if he
people
didn't,
think.
I came back
if he
and
said
I
this to
literally said,
5
I'm
people,
so-
would y'all?
She came back and I came back and I literally said, I'm sorry. No, you can't. And mind you, she came back and literally said, oh, why are you hate farming me? She said, I'm sorry afterwards. What the fuck is going on?
You still have the same reaction? Probably not. Right? That's
Yeah,
what you care
I
about more. No,
would.
you just care about that more. It's clear as day.
It's really
You
not
mentioned it
When,
to
though.
Tom.
I called you out of name. I wasn't even talking to you. I was talking to Rage.
You were though. You literally ran your
I ran.
scooter into me.
I ran.
And then you said,
I
please
ran
get the
my
fuck. You said, please get the fuck out of my way.
What?
I will, on God, I will
There's a
go
clip.
back and clip it.
The gaslighting
If you-
manipulating is crazy.
No, it really is though. Because I will go back and clip it. Because I said something to my community as soon as it happened though. I was like, Lacey, who are you talking to? He said, oh, it was AI. When I said something to you the next time, you literally said it was
Just
AI.
now with
We've
Rage.
never. No one's ever
No.
spoken to you in your life.
This was like 3 days
What are you
ago.
talking about?
Wait,
We've never spoken to you in your
You say
life.
this was
I'm
3
not
days
talking
ago?
about nobody
days ago.
except Lacey because Marcus was there. Marcus was there.
I must have 3 days ago. Marcus wasn't here 3 days ago.
I was.
Was he?
Yeah, he was, and Lacey was as well. I know I'm not crazy. It's good though. I'm saying this right now. I apologize. I was trying to be funny and pull your shoe off. I wasn't trying to take you out of your wheelchair. If you want to drag it and continue to drag it with the community, okay.
You just dragged it by coming over here.
Because you have people sending me death threats
Listen,
already
I'm
based
gonna be
off of
completely
that whole
honest.
situation.
If
Someone sending death threats to her actually just has nothing to do with him. It is out of his hands. You can't entirely blame him for that happening. But it's easier to have an argument with him if you just pretend like he has something to do with it. I think it's a stupid way of seeing shit.
there's
not gonna lie.
70,000 people watching my stream, I can't control every one of them.
You're
Now,
right, but you have an
You can go
influence.
back in the VOD.
But you can say something
okay,
to
guess
have
what
an
I did say?
influence.
Guess what I did say? I said, guys, don't send her hate. She didn't know. That's what I said.
But
So-
you continue to talk about it,
Yo,
and then when I come over
you
here,
you have no brain. Your brain is gone. Oh my
Okay.
god.
all right.
Was it not deserved?